Okay, what's going on, everyone? So I'm playing DayZ Chernarus again. I fixed my mic placement so the audio should sound better. This is not a fresh character. What I basically did in this life was run around Chernogorsk and apparently I shot 4 people. But most of them were actually bandits. I ambushed a little squad of 2 people at a standoff with a Lee Enfield. And I do believe there are somebody running around here, probably entering the fire station. Now, if that guy's armed, I'm probably going to shoot him and decide to become a bandit. Most definitely getting shot at, I do believe. So this might cause some problems. Some serious problems. Only problem is I don't know where that shot came from, so yeah. I do believe he's coming up. Ah, shit. You dearie. Yeah, basically the last time my mic placement was diagonally, so that's why the sound sounded a little bit hollow. Which should be fixed now, I do hope. Also, I purchased a pop filter, so that reduces the chances of the P's and the B's sounding really terrible, and that was definitely shot at me, which is not good. I could figure out where this asshole is shooting me from, which I seemingly can't. Another shot at me, another one. Or it's not at me. No, this is not even at me. Somebody shot somebody else downstairs, which means that he might just be coming up right now. So I want to be careful here. Yep, works every single time. Right, so that's basically what I've been doing. Didn't know zombies could do that. Curious. Well, I'm getting the fuck off this roof. So, in this server, this is UK31. Soldier Skin is a donator perk. You basically just have to donate to the main admin, and he will provide you with one of 3 skins, I believe. Maybe he has added more. But yeah, so if you want to play on UK31, we have 2 servers now, I believe. One for Layer Hive and one Private Hive. Private Hive is the main server, which is this, and I play with the admins, so yeah. So I guess on this episode we're gonna be running around Chernogorsk, which should be facing enough people, considering there are about 40-50 people in the server right now. The cap is 60 at the moment. And the loading times are pretty fast, actually. I don't know, Carl fixed something. They used to be abysmal, but they are quite good now. So, whoa. Don't know where that came from. Seem to be having trouble fucking locating these shots. Don't know what that is. But one advantage I do have is that I have an AK over the majority of people around here that have Lee Enfields, and considering the streets are not too long in Chernogorsk, that AK is definitely going to come in handy versus the Lee Enfields, as I can fire semi-auto and even full auto. Though I actually never turned my AK to full auto. It seems like a waste of rounds. You just basically spray everywhere. So that's a thing. So I'm gonna be sticking around Cherno and see if I can prevent myself from being shot immediately. So that seems to be happening. People just shooting at me for no reason. So by the way, that guy I shot in the fire station, he was probably a bandit because he shot the other guy. So that was justified. That was the hammer of justice, definitely. Yeah. But I will probably shoot anyone that I see just because this is Chernogorsk, which is not really the safest place around. Actually, far from it. Yeah. Camping tents. So I could actually use some food by now. The only problem is that the supermarket is right open, which means that you can easily get shot whilst you are inside. And I do believe I already have binoculars, so I'm not gonna pick that up. I'm gonna pick up this food very quickly though, because last time around I got in a little bit of a standoff with a ghillie guy. We both had Lee Enfields, and it came down to a pistol fight after we both missed our 10 shots. That was pretty tense actually. Wish I had been recording that. But basically I broke his legs with a pistol. He tried killing me with a pistol. I shot his leg with a pistol, and on the floor I headshotted him. And this was after I took out his buddy. So yeah, I kind of ambushed the squad. It was pretty cool. It's another Lee Enfield. That's definitely coming from over there. Fire station area. Which is probably the hot zone of Chernogorsk. Yep, there's definitely somebody in the fire station. There's just no way around that. But yeah, I'm actually thinking of playing some Taviana after this. I'm gonna try and spawn in on the server where I actually have an M14, so that should be interesting. Because last I checked, which was about 10 minutes ago, there were about 40 people in that. Okay, we have to be very careful here. Right, I think I turned my game sound down, and that's why I have problems hearing people. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do a loop around the town. Go to the military tents. See if I can find anything there. And this is not working out too well. But yeah, one thing I do have to note is that I bought the British Armed Forces pack, so that's why my soldier clothing does not look like 2 pixels mushed together. Because those skins definitely do look terrible without the DLC packs. So if you don't know that, if you buy the PMC pack, the basic survivor skins look better, and if you buy the British Armed Forces pack, some of the military outfits looks better. The ghillie suit and the soldier clothing. So if you're a fanatic about DayZ, I suppose you could buy those packs. They're not terribly expensive. Though I bought BAF at a discount, so. Actually, if you are going to purchase Arma for DayZ, I would advise you to buy the Anniversary X pack, which contains all the DLC, including older Arma games. Around the same price as Combined Operations, so you should probably just buy that. Get more bang for your buck. Well, Chernogorsk is being surprisingly quiet today. Most curious. Well, if nothing does happen, I'm probably gonna head over to Electro. City of lost hope and dreams. Alright, yeah, actually from that ghillie guy that I shot, I picked up night vision goggles, GPS, and an M9 SD. No idea how he acquired that. Also a rangefinder. That was definitely interesting. Yeah, that's a good 50 people on the server. Right, well, I reached the military tents. Does not seem to be a lot going on in town. Should still be careful though, 'cause you never know. You do. Well, the tents definitely seem to be picked clean. which is a shame. I could use some AK mags. Definitely running dry on that. I'm gonna head up to the fire station again and see if there's anyone there. Then I'm gonna head to Electro, if I do make it out alive. Definitely does not seem to be a lot of people around here. Yeah, I'm just gonna head up north and then walk through Electro, follow the power lines. That is, looks like somebody's trying to hack. Well, it looks like somebody crashed their helicopter right here. That looks quite terrible. Some great piloting right there. And actually, last time I had my helicopter, I parked it at Devil's Castle, and when I logged in, somebody had shot it to pieces. Which basically meant that I had to jump out. And then I landed on my feet and I died horribly. I'm gonna take those beans. Does not seem to be anything else on the body, but beans I can definitely use because I'm still on 10.4k blood. Which, by the way, is a nice thing. Our admin Carly added in a debug monitor, which Rocket seems to have dropped from the game actually to, I suppose, support the immersion. But it's back on this server, which is wonderful because I like debug monitors. You can actually see on what blood level you are as opposed to looking at those stupid HUD icons. And you know, I have some trouble differentiating green as opposed to reddish green, as opposed to red, as opposed to orange, as opposed to I fucking don't know. You know, I just have a hard time doing that. I like debug monitors. Debug monitors are amazing. Also, you can keep track of the banditry you have committed. As you can see, I have minus 30,000 humanity because I'm a horrible person. Actually, I am pretty horrible. I don't shoot unarmed players though, so. But, you know, sometimes I'm just a bandit, leading the bandit life. Right, so I'm gonna be moving up this road towards the power lines. There should be 2 barns there, actually 3 barns maybe even. Because there are some power lines and you can follow those straight into Electro. You'll be dropping it from the northern Electro power line hill, which is not well covered, but the route itself is relatively safe as opposed to taking the coastal road down there. That's a lot more dangerous, as you can get sniped from the hill that's in between Electro and Cherno. There are some rocks you can climb on, and you basically have a giant vantage point and you can shoot people really easily, so you probably don't want to take that route with this amount of people on the server. Right, those are the power lines I'm talking about. You basically just want to follow those. Those are some good barns over there. Nice long white barn, and there should be another red barn somewhere around. Right, so this barn seems to be pretty big clean too. Actually, moving up here was a bad idea as I don't have any pistol ammo. That could cause some problems. Well, fuck it, I'll just use my AK. Okay, that was quite weird. No, I do want to get the hell out of here. That zombie's a bit late to the party. Right, well, when moving up here, you probably want to try and stick to the forest as opposed to sticking straight to the power lines, as that will definitely limit your exposure. Yeah, as you can see, we're getting real professional up here. I'm giving out pro tips on BRTTRP. Right, so I've reached the northern hill above Electro. It's quite foggy today, so it should prevent me from getting sniped so easily. Yeah, that's definitely some thick fog. So I'm probably gonna go into the city. I don't know if there are a lot of people in there actually. I don't hear any gunshots, so. Ooh, yeah. That was definitely a DMR shot, M14 shot, or CZ shot. That sounded like it was in the actual city itself, maybe school. Gun is definitely better than my stupid little AK. That will definitely knock you out in one shot. 2-shot kill. Yeah, there's definitely somebody on school roof. I'm gonna take out the Lee Enfield. He might just have seen me. Do not know for sure. This could definitely be the end of me. That would be quite horrible. Seems like he went into prone. But yeah, at range, the Lee Enfield is definitely better than the AK. I've said that multiple times. In the actual city itself, it would be better to take out your AK, since that's semi-auto. Ah, shit. I do not know which of those is a zombie and which is not. So, by the way, if you don't want to die, it's probably a good idea to not move straight into Electro like this, but, you know, I'm living on the edge, man. I live a reckless life. YOLO. Definitely gonna take out the AK again. I wouldn't mind having a M14 though. Definitely love that gun. Above that, I do prefer the FN just because I prefer the iron sights of that over the red dot sight of the M14 aim. And then of course I prefer a DMR and artifacts. Haven't seen those in a while. Definitely. Quite weird. Okay then. Maybe the fog is causing it? I really have not had fucking artifacts in a while. Man, those were the days. You couldn't see shit in fucking Chernarus. Definitely 2 dead bodies, which means somebody has been busy around here. That's one guy heading into the supermarket. Right. I'm gonna hope no zombies are chasing me, because nope, they are chasing me. Wonderful. So kind of one thing I don't like about DayZ is zombies chasing me. Maybe that's the whole point of DayZ, having zombies chase you, but definitely don't like it. Right, definitely want to be careful here, because he has a Lee Enfield, which is a one-hit knockout most of the time. And I definitely don't want to be knocked out today. It's bad for my health. I don't have health insurance. Make sure there's nobody behind me. You know what? I'm gonna become a bandit. Fuck it. Terrible bandit at that. Yep, terrible bandit. I seem to have bad luck with this fucking AK these days. Wait, there might actually be. Yep, there's somebody on school roof. Oh dear. Right, let's do abuse third person in this case. You know, just because I can. That's one down. That guy's still on the school roof. Definitely can't use those fucking artifacts. Ah, dear. Seems like an M14 aim. Could use that. Be quick about it though. Alright, now let's get the fuck out of here. He's dead. Right, now it's... Yeah, that's definitely desynced. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad desync. Yeah, this is probably my death. Unless I can take out these zombies, but doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. Yeah, okay, that is desync. Minus 12,000 blood. Oh well, that was kind of exciting.